Chosen one, stop scrolling for a moment, because what I am about to tell you may explain something strange that has been happening around your life. The doors that stayed closed for years are beginning to shake. The silence that surrounded your name is starting to break. And if you have felt an unusual sense of anticipation lately, there may be a reason for it. Something is moving behind the scenes. Here is the shocking part. The person who is about to change your situation may already know your name, already know your work, or already be watching your progress without you realizing it. While you thought nothing was happening, conversations were taking place in rooms you have never entered. And the offer that is coming may be bigger than anything you expected. But before you get excited, listen carefully. This is not just about money. This is not just about status. This is about understanding why this opportunity is appearing now and why your response could determine the next chapter of your life. Stay with me, because there is something most people never see until it is too late. Chosen one, have you noticed how certain delays in your life suddenly make sense years later? Leave a ready in the comments if you believe God has been preparing you for something greater than what you can currently see. And as you listen, ask yourself this question: what if the waiting season was not punishment? What if it was preparation? Chosen one, there is a pattern that appears throughout life. The greatest opportunities often arrive disguised as ordinary moments. One phone call, one conversation, one introduction, one unexpected meeting. Everything changes. For years, you may have felt overlooked. You watched others move ahead while you remained in a place of uncertainty. You questioned whether your efforts mattered. You wondered if anyone noticed your sacrifices. But what if heaven was protecting your timing? C.S. Lewis once wrote, "Chosen one, there are moments in life when nothing seems to be moving, yet everything is being arranged behind the scenes. You look around and see delays, unanswered prayers, and doors that refuse to open. You wonder why certain opportunities never arrived, and why the path ahead appears so unclear. But what if the silence was never a sign of rejection? What if the waiting itself was part of a greater plan? Many people mistake divine timing for absence because they expect immediate results. They believe that if something important is meant for them, it should happen quickly. Yet some of the most significant blessings require preparation long before they become visible. A seed planted deep in the ground appears lifeless from the surface, but beneath the soil, it is developing roots strong enough to support future growth. In the same way, your life may be going through a season that looks quiet on the outside, while powerful changes are taking place where no one can see them. Every challenge you faced, every disappointment you endured, and every lesson you learned has been adding strength to your foundation. Nothing has been wasted. C.S. Lewis once wrote, "Hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny." Those words carry a deep truth. The difficulties that seemed unfair may have been preparing you for responsibilities that you could not have handled before. The delays that frustrated you may have been protecting you from stepping into opportunities too early. God often works in ways that are invisible until the right moment arrives. Looking back, many people discover that what felt like a setback was actually guidance leading them towards something better. That is why you must not judge your future based on your current circumstances. The chapter you are living today is not the entire story. There are conversations taking place that you cannot hear. There are connections being formed that you cannot see. There are opportunities moving closer, even though no evidence has appeared yet. Divine timing operates beyond human understanding. It is not controlled by fear, pressure, or impatience. It unfolds according to a purpose greater than what we can immediately comprehend. Chosen one, If you have felt an unusual sense that something is about to change, do not ignore it. Stay faithful in the small things. Continue growing, learning, and preparing. When the right moment arrives, what seemed impossible can suddenly happen faster than you imagined. The door that remained closed for years can open in a single day. The recognition you never received can appear unexpectedly. The opportunity that looked distant can become reality. What is delayed is not always denied. Sometimes it is simply waiting for the perfect time. Chosen one, there are seasons when it feels as if no one notices your efforts. You continue showing up, continue working, continue believing, yet the recognition never seems to come. Meanwhile, others appear to move ahead with ease. They receive invitations, opportunities, and attention, while your own path remains hidden from view. During these moments, it is easy to assume that you have been forgotten. It is easy to believe that your gifts are unnoticed and your value remains unseen. But what if the reality is completely different from what you perceive? One of the greatest mistakes people make is assuming that visibility equals importance. The world teaches that if everyone is talking about you, then you must be succeeding. Yet throughout history, many of the people who eventually changed lives spent long periods in obscurity before their moment arrived. Their preparation happened in private. Their growth happened in silence. Their character was developed far away from applause. What seemed like isolation was actually training. What looked like a lack of opportunity was often a season of becoming. There are influential people who recognize value long before they reveal it. They observe consistency, they notice integrity, they pay attention to how someone handles pressure, disappointment, and responsibility. A truly powerful person is rarely impressed by appearances alone. They are looking for substance beneath the surface. They are searching for individuals who can be trusted when greater responsibilities arrive. This is why your unseen efforts matter more than you realize. Every act of faithfulness leaves an impression somewhere, even when you cannot immediately see the results. C.S. Lewis understood this principle deeply. In many of his writings, he emphasized that real transformation often begins internally before it becomes visible externally. The world tends to focus on outward achievements, but God often focuses on inward development. Before influence comes character. Before promotion comes preparation. Before opportunity comes growth. This order is important because success without character can become a burden instead of a blessing. The hidden season is where strength is formed. Now consider this possibility, chosen one. What if someone with influence has already become aware of your work? What if your name has entered conversations you know nothing about? What if opportunities are being discussed in places you have never visited? Many life-changing moments begin long before the individual involved becomes aware of them. A recommendation is made, a connection is formed, a door starts opening quietly. Then one day, what was developing behind the scenes suddenly becomes visible. This is why you must resist the temptation to become discouraged. Keep showing up with excellence. Keep doing what is right, even when nobody applauds. Keep building your skills and strengthening your faith. The opportunity connected to your future may not arrive because you demanded attention. It may arrive because someone recognized your value while you remained focused on your purpose. Influential doors often open for those who were faithful long before anyone was watching. And perhaps, a chosen one, that is exactly why your season of waiting has lasted this long. You were never being ignored. You were being observed, prepared, and positioned for something greater. Chosen one, most people celebrate the promotion, but very few understand the process that comes before it. They admire the success story, yet overlook the years of struggle, uncertainty, and testing that shape the person behind it. What they see is the reward. What they do not see is the preparation. Every meaningful elevation in life is usually preceded by a season that challenges your patience, your faith, and your character. Before the next level arrives, there is often a test, and many people fail that test because they become focused on escaping the process instead of learning from it. Think about your own journey. There were moments when you felt overlooked, times when doors closed without explanation, seasons when you gave your best effort and still received disappointment in return. You questioned why things were taking so long. You wondered whether your prayers were being heard. Yet, those experiences may have been serving a purpose far greater than you realized at the time. The challenges were not simply obstacles. They were opportunities to develop qualities that success alone could never teach. Character is built under pressure. Patience is built through waiting. Wisdom is built through experience. Faith is strengthened when circumstances provide no visible reason to keep believing. These are not easy lessons, but they are necessary ones. A person who receives influence without maturity can misuse it. A person who receives power without wisdom can lose it. That is why God often focuses on preparing the individual before releasing the opportunity. The blessing and the preparation are connected. One cannot be sustained without the other. C.S. Lewis once wrote, "Hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny." This statement reveals something many people miss. Hardship is not always evidence that something is wrong. Sometimes it is evidence that something significant is being formed. The pressure you experienced may have been developing resilience. The rejection may have been teaching discernment. The delay may have been creating the patience needed for what lies ahead. Every challenge carried a lesson. Every lesson added strength. Now imagine receiving a life-changing opportunity before you were emotionally, spiritually, or mentally ready to handle it. What might have appeared to be a blessing could quickly become overwhelming. Responsibilities that seem exciting from a distance often carry unseen weight. This is why preparation matters. God sees not only what you desire, but also what you need in order to carry it successfully. He understands the future responsibilities attached to the opportunities you are praying for. His timing is often connected to your readiness, chosen one. The test before the promotion is rarely announced. It appears in ordinary moments. It appears when no one is watching. It appears in how you respond to disappointment, how you treat people who cannot benefit you, and how faithfully you continue when results are slow. These moments may seem small, but they reveal who you are becoming. And when the opportunity finally arrives, it often reflects the lessons learned during the hidden season. The promotion is not the beginning of the story. It is the result of everything that came before it. That is why your difficult season should not discourage you. It may be the strongest evidence yet that you are being prepared for something greater than you can currently imagine. Chosen one of the most important lessons you will ever learn is that not every opportunity is meant for you. This may sound surprising because many people believe that every open door should be entered and every attractive offer should be accepted. The world often teaches that if something looks impressive, pays well, or gains attention, then it must be the right path. But wisdom teaches something different. Not every opportunity is a blessing, and not every offer is connected to your purpose. Some opportunities are assignments, while others are distractions disguised as advancement. This is why discernment matters more than excitement. Excitement focuses on what is immediately visible. Discernment looks deeper. Excitement asks, what can I gain? Discernment asks, where will this lead? Many people have stepped into situations that looked perfect on the surface only to discover later that they were moving further away from their true calling. The opportunity itself was not necessarily bad. It simply was not the right opportunity for them. A good option can still become the wrong choice when it pulls you away from God's direction for your life. Throughout your journey, there have likely been moments when something did not work out the way you hoped. At the time, it may have felt disappointing. You may have questioned why a certain door closed or why a particular plan failed. Yet, looking back, you can probably see that some of those closed doors protected you. They prevented you from entering situations that would have brought unnecessary struggles or taken you away from where you were truly meant to be. Sometimes, God's guidance appears as an open door. Other times it appears as a closed one. C.S. Lewis often emphasized that our perspective is limited, while God's perspective is complete. We see a single moment. God sees the entire journey. We focus on what feels urgent today, while God understands what will matter years from now. This is why faith requires trust. There will be times when you cannot immediately understand why something is happening. Yet wisdom grows when you learn to trust that there may be a greater purpose beyond what is visible in the present moment. When a significant opportunity arrives, take a moment before making your decision. Pray about it. Reflect on it. Ask yourself whether it aligns with the person God is shaping you to become. Does it strengthen your purpose or distract from it? Does it create peace in your spirit or constant confusion? The right opportunity may challenge you, but it will not require you to abandon your values. It may stretch your faith, but it will not demand that you compromise your character. God does not lead people into their purpose by asking them to become someone they were never meant to be. Chosen one, there may soon be opportunities appearing in your life that seem larger than anything you have experienced before. Some may look exciting. Some may appear powerful. Some may promise immediate rewards. But remember this: the greatest blessing is not simply receiving an opportunity. The greatest blessing is recognizing the right one. Discernment protects what God is building in your life. It helps you distinguish between what is merely attractive and what is truly aligned with your calling. Stay prayerful, stay grounded, stay patient, because the right door does not only open opportunities, it leads you closer to the destiny God prepared for you long before you ever saw it coming. Chosen one, if there is one truth you need to remember today, it is this: your hidden season was never wasted. The days that felt empty, the years that seemed slow, and the moments when nothing appeared to be changing were not meaningless chapters of your story. They were part of a process. While you were focused on what had not happened yet, God was working on things you could not see. Many people assume that progress only exists when results are visible. But some of the most important growth happens beneath the surface, long before anyone notices it. Think about how often you questioned the delays. You prayed for certain opportunities, but they did not arrive. You expected doors to open, yet they remained closed. You hoped people would recognize your value, yet your efforts seemed overlooked. In those moments, discouragement tried to convince you that nothing was happening. But the truth is that preparation often feels like stagnation while it is taking place. A tree spends years developing strong roots before it reaches impressive heights. Without those roots, the growth would never last. The same principle applies to your life. Every disappointment taught you something. Every setback revealed something. Every challenge strengthened something. Even the mistakes you regret may have carried lessons that made you wiser. The difficult conversations, the unexpected losses, the seasons of loneliness, and the moments of uncertainty all contributed to the person you are becoming. You may not have appreciated those experiences while they were happening, but many of them were shaping qualities that will become valuable in your future. Strength is rarely developed during comfortable seasons. It is often forged during the moments that test you the most. C.S. Lewis once observed that God is more interested in who we are becoming than simply in what we are achieving. This idea changes everything. If God's primary goal is transformation, then every season carries purpose. The waiting season develops patience. The difficult season develops endurance. The uncertain season develops faith. The hidden season develops character. What appeared to be delay may actually have been development. What looked like a detour may have been preparation for a road you were not yet ready to travel. Many chosen ones become discouraged because they compare their timeline to someone else's. They see another person succeeding and assume they have fallen behind. But destiny does not operate according to comparison. God does not measure your journey against another person's path. Your preparation is unique because your assignment is unique. Some blessings require deeper foundations because they carry greater responsibility. The length of your preparation is not proof that you are forgotten. It may be proof that what is coming requires a stronger foundation than you currently understand. Now imagine for a moment that every setback in your life suddenly revealed its purpose. Imagine discovering that every rejection redirected you toward something better. Imagine realizing that every delay protected you from the wrong timing. Imagine seeing how every challenge prepared you for opportunities you could not have handled before. The story would look completely different. What once felt unfair would begin to make sense. What once felt painful would reveal hidden value. This is often how God works. Understanding arrives after the preparation has already done its work. Chosen one, your hidden season was never punishment. It was preparation. The lessons you learned, the strength you gained, and the faith you developed are becoming part of the foundation for your next chapter. Nothing has been wasted. Not the tears, not the waiting, not the disappointments, not the years that seemed unproductive. God has a way of using every experience for a greater purpose. And one day, when the right door opens and the right opportunity arrives, you may look back at everything you endured and realize that the hidden season was not keeping you from your destiny. It was quietly preparing you for it all along. If this message is speaking directly to your spirit, take a moment to subscribe and join this community. And in the comments, write, "My season is changing." Sometimes declaring your faith is the first step toward walking into what God has already prepared. Chosen one, remember this. The same God who protected you in obscurity can guide you in influence. The same God who sustained you through hardship can sustain you through success. And the same God who closed certain doors is fully capable of opening the right one at exactly the right time. So do not chase opportunities out of desperation. Walk forward with wisdom, stay humble, stay prayerful, stay alert, because somewhere beyond your current view, a conversation is unfolding, a door is opening, and a new chapter is approaching. When the offer arrives, may you have the courage to recognize it, the wisdom to evaluate it, and the faith to step through it. Your waiting season was not wasted. It was preparation, and perhaps, chosen one. The reason you heard this message today is because heaven is reminding you that what is coming next is not an accident. It is an appointment.